Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing more Premier Draft Bloomborough. What do we have in this first pack? What is this card? 3 mana 4/4. What? You can't print that. 3 mana 4/4 with reach. And also, it naturalizes if you give them a card. Pretty good. Also, it's green, which is a nice feature for cards to have, because all the green cards are nuts. I don't see anything else here you could imagine taking over this. Yeah. Just scoop it up. 2 mana 2/2. Pretty good. Although I think, nope, just take the Hunter's Talent. Someone made a mistake and passed this card. Whoops, don't do that. I don't know. I mean, there are cards that are better first picks than this, but, like, they're all mythics, I think. I don't know. That's not true. I'm looking at Draft Sim, and, like, there's a couple that are, you know, even an uncommon. Well, no. Are these all rares? I think they're all rares. As I've mentioned before, I have trouble reading the rarity markers. They're pretty small, and the difference between like pale gray and pale gold is all just pale. So I can't always see it without getting real close to the screen. Anything decent and green here? I think this guy is good. I have been soloed by this multiple times. This is a raccoon, for what that's worth. Warren Elder's pretty solid. Druid of the Spade, maybe? Nah. I think it's just this Burrowguard Mentor. If I'm already in green, like, taking a double-colored card is not as... I don't know. Like, if these two cards were equally strong, you would prefer to take the one that's just a single color. But since I already have green, they're effectively both just white cards, right? This is a strong card, by the way. It's one of the best cards in my Otter deck, which did terribly. 2 wins, I think. I haven't played Rabbits yet, so that would be interesting if we end up there. Playful Shove's pretty good. You could take a Tangle Tumbler. That's a tongue twister, though. Don't say that 10 times fast. 5 times fast? I forget how you say that. 5 times fast. That's like the phrase, right? 4 times fast? I don't know. If we don't end up in tokens, it's going to be pretty weak. If we do, it's pretty good. And green, like, should have tokens of some kind. I think you could reasonably take the Tree Guard duo here. I don't think you would want to take the how do you say this? Pileated means like feathered, right? Or hairy? It should be feathered, I think. Harvest Right Host, isn't this great? Yeah, it is. I mean, I'd be happy to have a Longstalk Brawl. So, what's the meaning of this word, pileated, and how do you pronounce it? Pileated, or pileated, having a crest covering the pilium, which is the top of the head of a bird. So it doesn't have anything to do with being feathered or hairy. Okay. Just reminds me of there's some root about hair that's like PIL, right? I can't think of it at the moment. I don't think I want the village. I think this mouse is fine. You could say maybe I should be looking at Coruscation Mage as a signal for red. But I don't want to. Red's so bad. Just give me a white mouse. It's a mouse rabbit. Ooh, rabbit response. Okay, or mousetrap. 3 mana, 3/2 flash. Valiant tap something. Can I see the thing on its crest? On its, I don't know, pillium? I think I'll take this. 3 mana, 3/2 flash. I mean, it is kind of cool, but I'm just going to do rabbit stuff, hopefully. Stocking the pantry, I guess. I don't really have ways to put counters on things. Like, Tangle Tumbler does it. But that's it. So I don't see this as very exciting. Oh, Dewdrop Cure is solid. So is High Stride. I think I want the Dewdrop Cure, though. Veteran Guard Mouse, playable. Harnesser of Storms going all the way around. I mean, I don't think I can be Otters, but it's something to keep an eye on. If everything else really dried up. Oh, Manifold Mouse is so good. Maybe I'm cutting green? Sounds like War Squeak and Veteran Guard Mouse. It seems a little drastic to cut green at this point, but there's not really any, like, Tree Guard Duo is okay. I think you take the Manifold Mouse. It's just so gross. 2 mana for an insane ability, 4 mana for an even more insane, like, right? Put back in the War Squeak, even maybe the Harnesser of Storms. See if that goes anywhere. Like, you don't want to be playing 3-color Naya, but maybe we would just splash green for Hunter's Talent or something like that. Or Burrow Guard Mentor. I don't think you can just pass Manifold Mouse when you already have some red. Life Creed Duo, I mean, it's okay. Just a 2 mana flyer seems alright. I think white is my main color, and I'm keeping an eye out for red. Actually, this Roughshod Duo, it targets stuff. I don't have really any reason to gain life or to care about. Yeah, this is just too expensive for a 1 power. I want stuff that damages my opponents, I think. Yeah, I don't think this is doing anything. Could take a Carrot Cake. Or, like, I think Booming Blast is pretty good. Yeah, of course it is. But so's Carrot Cake. I don't know. It's not for the red-white deck. You could maybe still play it. I think just, like, removal is good. You should take it, you idiot. Love this mouse. He fits great into red-white. Yeah? Maybe wheel one of these if we're lucky? Or even, like, the short bow could be okay. Agate Assault looking good? Builder's Talent, I don't think so. Waxwane Witness? Does this do anything? No. Kindle Spark Duo, I mean, this pack is going to come back to us with 1 card in it, and I predict that card will be Kindle Spark Duo. But, like, if it isn't, I'm not really going to cry. I like this 4 mana deal damage, or draw card thing. I don't think we're using a village. Especially if we end up wanting to splash green. I think Scrap Shooter's out, though. These are both playable. Valiant and Scrying are, I mean... I think I'm going to take the red-black one, because we want opponents to lose life. Oh, this is probably out. I think this is probably out. But maybe it's still in. I don't know. Maybe it could be worth splashing if I'm splashing green. This is alright. What was I saying? Like, we're more red-white than red-black, obviously, but they're both castable with red mana, which I should have enough of. And I don't want a 4-drop, I guess, is what I would say. Yeah, just 3 mana for a mediocre combat trick. Dewdrop Cure is back. Okay. A 1-mana 1/2. Am I going to control tokens? I'm not even sure. Still, it's the only card I can take from this pack, clearly. Cutthroat came back. That's nice. It was Builder's Talent and not the red card I predicted it would be. Phineas. Oh, man. So good. I mean, I think I have to take Banishing Light or maybe Crumb and Get It here. Each creature you control that's a token or a rabbit. I don't have any support for splashing. I don't have a lot of tokens. I have a few rabbits. I think I just take the Banishing Light. I'd love to wheel Bravekin Duo, but it doesn't seem likely. Parting Gust? Pretty cool. Although Strike Force also very cool. Crumb and Get It would be solid here. I think it's Parting Gust though. Like 2 mana, kill anything. As long as it's not a token, I guess. Mabel's Metal. I don't think I'm taking the sword. I mean, it's not awful, I guess. I just don't have that many rabbits anymore. I don't think I want a Harvest Right Host as much as I just want a decent combat trick. I'm going to take this one. It targets 2 things. Could be nice. They never expect you to be able to win 2 combats with 1 trick. Jolly Gerbils? Just a decent card. Oh, Intrepid Rabbit. I don't think I want Whisker's Quill Scribe that much. I guess I need more 2s, though. I think I'll take the Gerbils. I can't tell easily how much gifting I have, but this has better stats and might draw cards, which would be great. I guess it's not a mouse, which could matter. Oh, more Gerbils, sure. Banishing Light, pick 6. These people are gross. What's wrong with you? I don't know that I'm splashing green anymore. I'll just take a Steam Path Charger. Got plenty of solid spells without having to put that in. Like, it would be nice to have if I didn't need to worry about colors, but I do. Raccoon Rally are kind of sick, but yeah, actually I think it is what I want. This is a really cool effect. It like triggers Valiant every time, and it is a little bit like having haste, because when you play it, it does extra damage on that turn. But I think I just want more cheap stuff and not more expensive stuff. Harvest Right Host. I mean, I just don't have that many rabbits, right? Ooh, I did wheel Bravekin Duo. That's nice. And Strike Force! Wow. I mean, these are all pretty good. I think I'm doing okay on combat tricks. Give me the Strike Force. actually wield the crumb and get it. I don't think I want a 4-mana sword. Maybe I'm crazy. You know what? I have plenty of combat tricks. Let's take this and I can cut it if I don't want it. I got the scribe back anyway. This is lovely. Yeah. All right. I should have mice. Most of the time. So first thing I want to do is search for rabbit. What do I have that mentions rabbits or is a rabbit? Because I have some cards that care about rabbits, and if I don't have very many, it's not very good. It's basically just Bravekin Duo. Okay, do I have anything that makes tokens? Very little, right? Yeah, so... this thing is out of here. It's a 1-mana 1/2. It could be a 1-mana 3/2, which would be very nice, but I pretty much never get tokens. I think there must be something in here that's like some keyword ability that makes tokens, maybe? I guess maybe not. I might wind up with a tapped fish or a food from my opponent gifting me one, but I shouldn't expect to have a token. Okay, so back to thinking about rabbits. I think, like, Harvest Right Host is just no good. I just don't have enough rabbits. And I think Rabbit Response is not that great either. Like, I already have, what is it, Valley Rally, the +2/+0. I like that a lot better than Rabbit Response. Okay, cool. I mean, I like them both. I think on average, you would say Rabbit Response will be winning more games because it'll tend to be in decks with rabbit tokens. But in this deck, I like Valley Rally. Because I just want to kill them. I don't really care if my creatures survive. And I don't want to pay for that extra effect. The extra effect on Valley Rally is more exciting to me, and it costs less. Oh, so how about mice? 8? I wish I had more. But Might of the Meek should still be fine. 1 mana, okay combat trick. How am I for non... okay, I need to... 6 cuts, huh? I think I should mostly cut non-creatures. Oh, I have 2 Dewdrop Cures? Maybe I want 1. Like, these 2 are pretty small. Small potatoes. I think Starforged Sword is just, like, expensive. And I don't know. I don't think it's doing enough for me. Veteran Guard Mouse. Probably I just don't want more top end like that. I want to keep stuff small. Do I want a Dewdrop Cure? I think so. I have a lot of creatures. Mana value less than or equal to 2, right? Maybe the Jolly Gerbils are not that great. How many gifts do I have? 4? But there's still 2 mana 2/3s, which is decent. Right? I don't... I mean... this does... how much Valiant do I actually have? How much should I even be thinking about this? Versus just like an aggro deck. That's it? Okay. Good to know. Not exactly a Valiant deck, then. Just red-white beats. Okay, well, so I think that means we don't really want the Roughshod Duo. 3 mana for a 3/2 that sometimes gets to do something not that great. There you go. Problem solved. This isn't enough creatures, though. You can't do this. I have to cut like Dewdrop Cure and a combat trick or something and put a creature or two back in. Three mana 4/3 is pretty cool. I think I like it over this 3 mana 3/2 trample. There was one other cut I was just saying I should make, right? Like one of these two, maybe? I don't think War Squeak is all that good. It hastes things up, but I already have a creature that can give haste. And I just need more creatures. And we had some sort of okay creatures, right? Let's just ask it instead of typing stuff in. Well, because sometimes it just doesn't show me the stuff I have. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm supposed to put in the Roughshod Duo as well here. Four mana for a 4/4 first strike. I mean, maybe I deserve a little bit of top end. And it's Valiant, which would make a bunch of other stuff better. Take out one of these 3s as well. That's a nice curve. That's what it's supposed to look like, right? 15 creatures, 8 non-creatures is still a little light on creatures. We'll see how it goes. Curve out. Kill him. That's the plan. Uh-oh. Dailies? Red spells, Boros spells. Great. Manifold Mouse? Can't pitch that. I've even got a nice curve. 2, 3, 4. Obviously, I'd like a Plains at some point. No! My mouse! What's the 1 mana kill spell here? They're not killing it. Just reading it? What's the 1 mana red instant? Might of the Meek. Target creature gains trample. Yes, I have one of those. What? This is a 2/1. I think I need to play this, give my thing double strike, and discard a mountain. It's not playing on curve. It's missing the chance to play this with Offspring. But I just don't care about this. And I want to do it. I want to start like finding better cards. This one. This. Double strike. Go, go, Gadget Mouse! Boros Mirror. There are some people who have superstitions about the way the matchmaker plays, matching you up against people who are playing the same deck as you. I share no such superstitions. Just a coincidence. A 3/2 with no Offspring. Okay. Well, I guess I just shoot their guy? Then swing out and try to get... I'm not giving them a treasure. Try to find a plains? No dice. Double strike, please. Very glad I played this first and played Manifold Mouse as my 3-mana play. What the hell? It's 2 mice! Huh? Okay, they chose not to attack. I guess that makes some sense. If I give my thing double strike... Well, I could Agate Assault this, and then double strike lets me attack freely. Or I could Agate Assault this. Well, preventing the damage, but who cares, right? Or I could do something else, but they all seem stupid. So let's just get rid of 1 mouse. Because multiple double strike is pretty scary stuff. Almost clicked trample. You tricked me. Ooh, that's a lot of mice. Giving it double strike, I guess? So it can trade for my 1/2 if it attacks? Okay, it's not gonna attack. Fine. Alright, this is the kind of thing I'm excited about. A plains. So I think I want... I mean, like, how can they survive through Mabel's Metal on this stuff, right? Plus Might of the Meek? I can give this +3/+2 if I want. You. Decline? I can give it trample. Because otherwise they just chump off a 1/1. But if I give it trample, it's not really threatening anything. So I think it is just double strike. And they don't want to chump off a 1/1. And I could make this attack, right? And then have Mabel's Metal available to like keep this alive. But I think they would just block with everything. Well, if they do that, then I can kill them with this. Right? So let's say they chump a 1/1 here, block everything like this. They're doing... I'd be okay with that. Trade everything. Oh, wait, this gives trample. So I can make this a 5-power double striking trampler, I think? Now it's getting through for 5. Oh, you know what? I timed this slightly wrong. If they have nothing, it doesn't matter what I do, they're dead. as long as I cast this somehow. But I was feeling uncomfortable about proactively using this when they could respond by like killing my creature and I'm completely dead. Or like respond by crumb and get it or something, right? So what I should have done, I think, was pass priority. Say, I'm happy for this to go through. In first strike, I kill this and trample for 2. Then, before real damage, before normal damage, targeting this is safer because they've already said they don't have a combat trick, and this creature is off the board. They can't buff their thing. So they could still, like, get me by responding to this spell with removing this. But it seems like if they could do that, they would do that before the first strike damage. So letting first strike go through is kind of a way to scout for some way to kill this. And it still does a total of 7 damage, right? Trample for 2, and then normal damage 5. So I think this was a slight mistake here. Alright, well there's only 2 Valiant cards in my whole deck, and that one I had was great. And it's not even the good one. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe it is. It's just the 2-mana 2/2. The real winner, of course, was Valiant Mouse. That was the card that was actually good. But it happened to pair up with something that actually has Valiant, unlike most of my deck. Amnebger? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't really want this. Like, not playing something on turn 2 is pretty bad for this deck. Right? This is aggressive, but I'll see how it goes. Well, I mean, I have a 1-drop. And it must be said, if I hit a mountain, this hand is way, way better than the last one. But if I don't, it's basically a nothing hand. But even more so, like it... I forgot I have this in the deck. Well, I can attack here, but they're just going to let it in. So the question is, am I willing to hold this up as a blocking trick to try to kill their assassin? It doesn't even really work, right? Like, it might, but they still get the damage trigger. So I think I just attack here and play a mouse when they let the damage in. I don't know. I mean, I mulliganed a perfectly good hand into something bad, I guess. But I think this deck needs to be more aggressive. Maybe I should have said the deck has plenty of 2-drops. We could draw one. And all it's really missing is a 2. The original hand. I don't know. Certainly I risk getting a worse result like this, but... Swing in with both of these as well and then play gerbils? Gerbils is pretty good here. Against a board of 2/2s. Oh, they're stuck on 2 lands also. I didn't notice that. That's kind of fun. We have a decent number of non-creatures. I don't think it's crazy to run this. But maybe I should cut it for like another one of those lizard 3-drops. The 3-mana 3/2 that comes in with an extra counter if the opponent lost life. This is definitely a better card than that, but maybe not in this deck. Until end of turn. Not a land. Okay, they missed. Whew. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I could block. It's been so long, I've just been attacking. I took 1 damage for no reason here. Oh, they found a land. Okay. So they just didn't play their land pre-combat because they wanted to make sure if they hit a land off of this trigger, they could still play it. Makes sense. Just gonna draw and ping me, okay? I mean, they get this trigger, that's pretty cool. Top both. Yikes. We know they don't have a trick. So I can absolutely get away with Mabel's Metal, or just trading one of my 1/1s for it if I want. A land. Yeah. Okay, Mountain. We might be in business here. I think this card is quite nice right now. And we can maybe look forward to playing some lands off of it if we're super lucky. Wow, that guy's got a heck of a suit. Look at this. It's like, is he on a boat? He is, right? Maybe? Or at a dam. But there shouldn't be so much water when you're on a boat coming over, right? It should be outside the boat. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what that art depicts. No, my stuff. Okay, but the 1/4 is still a good blocker. They did damage to me. Somehow. Didn't they? Oh yeah, with this guy. These mice ain't doing anything for me. I'm going to try to trade one of them for a gecko. Or a lizard or whatever. More lands. I'm jealous. Ow. Well, I can't really cast a thing right now. And Valley Rally doesn't make much sense, right? It'd be okay as a combat trick, I guess. I could give them a food to, like, make this a 3/2, 3/4 first strike, and this a 3/1. Or maybe this a 3/1 first strike, and this a 3/4? But I think it's more disciplined to just play a creature. Well, opponent had a slow start, and obviously if I had kept the first hand, it would be working out better. I still don't know what was the right choice, but I know what choice would have worked, and it was not the one I took. We're not out of the game or anything, but we're definitely behind by a decent margin. They're drawing 2 cards every turn, right? And also pinging me, and it's just miserable. Also, they have 6 mana, a better board, and more cards. They have twice as much mana, better creatures, and more cards. Kind of rough. Oh, don't forget they have more life as well. So we would certainly need a big turnaround. Oh, great. Okay, well, I mean, I'll do what I can do. They have something hateful here, I guess. I don't know. I'll do what I can here. I assume some combat trick kills me, but I'm sort of... I can't just take 10 or whatever this is. Because if they have a combat trick and I don't block, I just die. It's noteworthy, by the way, that they didn't give this menace. I don't know exactly what it means, but... Well, I mean, that could have been worse. Is there more? That's pretty cool. For them, not me. Another land, get to play a 3/4? Could something could happen. Okay. Oh, they can play this until next turn? Oh, that's so gross. What? Oh no, this... Is that in their graveyard? What happened? Why is that in their graveyard? None of this stuff milled anything, did it? Maybe they discarded would take out the trash and I didn't notice? I don't think so. I'm confused. I don't remember this being discarded, and I don't remember them playing it and then losing it in combat either. Maybe it was in their graveyard a while ago, but they didn't have a creature to bring back, so it didn't show up as an ability. I don't think that's true. I could concede. This is horrible. There's so much direct damage over there. They could even give it haste. Yeah. Again, like, just in terrible shape against anything, and indeed against nothing. But if I could kill their 3/4 with, like, Agate Assault, I might have a chance somehow. Doesn't look like it, actually. Just too many cards. Yeah, super dead here. So let's just cast a spell. Show him my whole hand. There you go. Enjoy. I mean, I don't even know if the first hand would have been good enough. They had a pretty, well, they did good stuff eventually, but it took them a while to get there. They just had like a lizard for a while, right? A 2-mana 1/3. That first hand could have dealt with that, I think, and maybe put on enough pressure. All right, I mean, I have Manifold Mouse into Harnesser of Storms, and these are great cards. I just need to be able to cast them. Wow. Okay, I'll hold off on the Manifold Mouse, I guess. 2/3 is cheating. But I look like I might just be able to Offspring the Manifold Mouse and swing in for a billion trample every turn. Maybe not. It looks like they're about to kill this. 3 colors, no plays. That's a little worrying. Attacking into Shore Up would be pretty sad. But that's pretty much the only thing to worry about. And I do want to do some damage. And if they shore up, then they can't... Yeah, no thanks. Then they can't counter me, so... This is fine. They spent their 3-mana removal on my 2-mana creature. It's whatever. It's a food mouse! Oh no. No, it's a food otter. Well, it's not even... It's neither of those. I just need fucking planes. I want that other creature back. Start discarding these white cards, man. Okay, well, play this while I can, I guess. Trample, please. You don't even control an otter, you chump. Well, I could have Offspringed this. But like, I should be assuming I will not draw a land, I think. Because if I do draw a land, sorry, I should be assuming I don't draw a mountain. Because that's the one completely dead card in my deck. And if I draw a completely dead card, it kind of doesn't matter what I do, I'm just losing. Yeah. Sure, very funny. Deals 2, huh? Even if I swing with this, double striking, and then wait until damage, it still isn't working. The mice deck is so bad, but if I could just play cards, it wouldn't be bad. These are all non-games, and I hate them. I mean, I can't even do anything on blocks. I need to, like, kill something. Yeah, this is not dying. It's just so bad. There's no hope now. Double strike. I mean, technically I'm not dead. I can chump, but I'm not going to do that. The first strike doesn't matter, so no food for you. I'm never going to find out if this was... Am I like running 12 lands? Did I make a mistake? I don't think so. think it's just unlucky. I think my land mix is reasonable, right? Yeah, 9-7, 9-8. I mean, I have plenty of non-creature spells. I think that otter thing is fine. I don't think I necessarily should cut it for the more... I don't know. I probably should cut it. It's a fast deck. Allegedly. I should probably cut that otter for another lizard. Otters are all about having fun. They're very playful. Lizards are very serious business. Like, if it doesn't do direct damage to the opponent, I don't want to hear about it. They're very lizard brain stuff. Lizard brain is what makes you eat, 38 marshmallows in one sitting. Not that I've ever done this. This is fine. I mean, it's miserable because of Parting Gust, but I have Raccoon Rallier into Cutthroat, which is just like, okay, it's fine. I'm not going to take another mulligan when I have a reasonable hand. Hey, I even have a 4-drop to curve into. Nice. And a Plains, which I should play out now in case I end up needing the double white. Like if I draw a Plains and wanting to Parting Gust, it's important to play the Plains instead of another mountain here. Alright, I mean, I guess we just smash out here and I'll Valley Rally to trade for this squirrel if they block. If they don't, I get my guy to have a counter. Nice. And I can make this a 4/4 first striker? Kind of exciting? With haste? I don't mind how this game is going. That is a 1/1 menace. I just, do not care. Or 1/3 menace, rather. I do want to play this and haste it up, right? I don't want to do some other weird thing. I could swing with the 4/3, and then if they double block, I Valley Rally to blow them out. Oh, but this has first strike. Well, so the thing is, if this attacks without backup of Valley Rally, it's just a 4/3. They double block and I kill one creature. I guess that's fine. Gerbils? That's fine, actually. Yeah. If they want to trade this 4/3 for this 2/3... Oh, actually, I might trade for the Rot Collar. Maybe trade for neither, because then they don't really have great attacks. This might forage. This has menace. Maybe I don't even know what of theirs I'm supposed to trade for if I do this. I guess the 2/3 because this just kind of stinks if it's by itself. And I want to push for damage, so I shouldn't not attack. Wow! That's great news for me. I thought they were going to trade. I mean, I guess I get to drain a little. I'm going to play this. And I could haste it up. I think I should, right? Because I'd rather attack with a 2/3 than a 2/2 into this 2/3. And then I have Valley Rally to hit for 1,000,000 if they don't block. Even if they do block, frankly. And I get to draw a card if I give them a food. So that's nice. If they don't block, they're dead. Taking 7... No. Taking 7... This gives everything +2/+0. I don't need to give this first strike. I could just not. The question is, do I give them a food and me a card or not? I think I'd rather not. Attack! Holy cow. So Jolly Gerbils, hey, I clicked View Battlefield. If you cast a spell and choose to give a gift, but the spell doesn't resolve and therefore your opponent doesn't get a gift, I believe, or the gerbils are removed before the gift giving happens, I believe in that case you don't draw a card. Because you haven't given a gift, you've promised a gift. There's a Judging for the Win about this like a week or so ago, and it makes perfect sense, and I think that's what the answer was, but I'm not actually sure. Anyway, obviously didn't come up there. It's so crazy that they say MTG Arena allows, like, they could say you can see which friends are online right now, just like they do here. Why don't they say MTG Arena allows you to chat with them, to challenge and chat with them? Just like, I don't know. I think all of these tooltips, these game loading tips, they must have written in like a 5-minute cocaine haze one day and never reviewed ever again. Good hand. Needs lands. But I got Manifold Mouse. I've got like this thing. I don't know. And I've got lots of stuff to curve into. Perfect. I mean, okay, Mountain would have been a little better, but I don't think the difference is going to matter. Just because I have more red spells than white spells at the moment. Vanishing Light, a big 4-drop, maybe? Yeah? Alright, Mountain. That's what I wanted. Any reason to do something other than Banishing Light? No. I mean, I could attack and Valley Rally, but they're just not going to block. And I don't think it's even that good. I want to do this later, right? So, get out of here. Problem is, they're just going to have so many huge creatures because their stupid green deck. Well, Double Strike's pretty good against that. Ugh, not against this. Till the end of your next turn. So I could play a 4-2... or this. I mean, next turn I kind of just want to play Manifold Mouse twice, so I don't really want this effect right now. I think what I want is a 3-4. What? Oh, it's a 4-3. I see. Okay. I just like the idea of having a 4/4 double striking trampler. Okay, that is a little scary. They're not going to be able to, like, kill me or something. No. They're going to be able to hit me for, like, 8. This one twice, please. Oh, it'll be a 5-power double striking trampler. Oh, it has to be a mouse. I didn't even realize. It's a good thing most of my stuff is mice. Land. That's pretty good. I've got plenty of stuff, right? No, I mean, I've also just, like, got a decent 4-mana play lined up. I don't need a 5th. Let's see if I can get a new option. Double strike. Trample. Go get him, cowboy. Oh, right. Forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, you might say I'm a bad player. Maybe. On the other hand, if they try to kill me, I think this can be the biggest double striking trampler you've ever seen. Yeah, that's not going to kill me. Go ahead. So the problem is, if I make this like, what? I can manage a 6/4 trample double strike? By using Valley Rally. And that's only 12. This only does 1, so 13. But they have plenty of blockers, right? And these two alone kill me. Well, if they multi-block with everything... I think that's my only play, though. I'm just going to lose, but... Double strike, trample, please. If they don't block with enough, I might get them here. But if they block with too much... Maybe I can block one of these? Yeah, that's enough, sadly. That's the right amount. But I could have more power, right? They need to respect this, I think. Alright, well, kill this first. This is getting through for 1. I could make it 5. But I don't need to. Well, do I want a 4/3 potentially with Menace? Or do I want a 4/2 that, like, gives me a draw? I think the Menace is potentially important. Either way, I can block one of the 4/4s with my 4/3, and then I have blocks for everything else. Like, I'm not dead on board here, which is pretty good news. I didn't think I'd be in such a good position before this. Before that last turn happened. I'm still in a bad position, but it's better than what I expected. Where, like, if they have nothing, I can actually survive and perhaps even win. Okay. Alright, I can't block anything else. This is going to 1. Obviously, if they have anything, like, I die. Okay. That's pretty good. Attack all. Give this double strike and trample. Get in for 6 with these guys and something with this guy. I think I win this. Well, I don't necessarily get in for that much with these guys, but I guess I should check. Yeah, this is fine, but they can block up to 5 power by blocking this way. But that's not enough. Yeah, okay. Good. Double strike, trample. No gift, please. They can't spend a food, right? They don't have anything that benefits from food. It would just be fun. Let's give them a food to keep this alive. Whew. I mean, that was a close one. They happened to block exactly wrong against what I had on the turn when I attacked with just this, and they blocked with the 7 toughness worth of creatures to prevent like all the damage from going in. Well, yeah, because if they had 1 more creature, they could have attacked with everything and gotten in 1 more damage. Or I would have had to chump with one of these guys. Or no, I don't know. I could have blocked. Because one of these would have had 5 power instead of 4, but I could have blocked and killed that one. And my 1/2 could have blocked their 1/3 that they didn't. They could have chosen not to lose. Right, where is that? No. This thing, right? So I could have blocked that extra damage. The extra damage this thing would have had wouldn't have done anything. I don't know. Maybe if they had blocked with less, like nothing, I actually just still can't kill them. They don't know that, but it was true. And then they would have had enough on the crackback, I think. Because 2 extra creatures attacking for 1, I could have bounced 1 and traded with the token. But that would have been enough that I couldn't give double strike and trample anymore, and then I wouldn't have the lethal crackback. So, I mean, just unlucky, Really, I think, because if I had a different set of cards in hand, they wouldn't have known, like... I'm sure there's some set of cards in my hand where their play is correct. It happens to have been wrong for what I actually had, but they can't know that. They made a play that I think was pretty reasonable, that just very unluckily did not work out. Well, nice 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3, 4 curve anyway. And we made it up to 3 wins, which was seeming impossible at the beginning. When... what is this? Gossip's talent in otters. Okay, you got it. So, I don't know. I complained about not drawing the right lands, and that definitely was a problem. But I've been drawing that Manifold Mouse an awful lot, and it's been winning games, together with its good buddy, the 4/4 Scryer. They get lots of surveilling. I mean, this looks like a Rats deck. Maybe they're just splashing red? Maybe not. Alright, so what does this do? Exiles a creature. I don't want to attack. It's just a bluff, because there's no way I'm using the combat trick. And I want to make them pay 2 to make this unblockable. Well, no, that's true anyway. Okay, it's a free bluff, because I already have this to block. Alright, you got me. It was just a prank, bro. Nice. This is another... I mean, I guess I have 2 sources of double strike in the deck, right? I have this and the Manifold Mouse. Makes combat tricks very powerful, of course. So what does this do on level 3? Creature deals combat damage, you can flicker it. Okay. Ugh. Whew. That's a pretty good card. So how happy would I be if I attacked everything and they blocked? Like, I would be playing Valley Rally, right? And then this would be a 4/3 first striker. So it lives. And I draw a card, but they get a food? I think that's okay. So let's go for that. Maximum damage. And assuming they don't do any weird blocking, I just play a guard mouse. Yeah, this is fine. I'm not gonna spend my whole turn getting a little extra damage in to kill that 1/3. But if they try to double block with, like, the Coruscation Mage and something else, presumably this, then yes, I would have had to Valley Rally with first strike. And I think that would have been fine. Black. I didn't expect... I mean, I guess they have a rat. This is like Grixis spells? Maybe? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, what is this doing in the deck? What is this doing in the deck? Frankly, what is this doing in the deck? If spells is the theme. So maybe that's not what the idea of the deck is. Maybe it's something else. Woo! I will pay life. And I can kill this. So it's not as... And they had to sack a token. So, I mean, it's not as bad as it could be. And I want to get rid of that before blocks, because, like, they're not... I'm not going to trick them into anything with that. Here, have a fish. I shouldn't have played the mountain, I guess. I might have drawn something that would change my mind about playing a mountain. It's impossible, but just as a matter of principle, there was no reason to play the land yet. Swing out, right? So I'm getting in for 4. If I add 6, that's still only 10, but I get to kill this. They go to 8. I don't think that's so great. I think I just want to play another creature. Oh, it would be one more because of... I could... No, it wouldn't, because I wouldn't be a target. I wouldn't be targeting this, so it wouldn't get bigger. I guess an advantage of making this attack over and over is that I'm really cementing for my opponent that I don't have any combat tricks. They'll never expect Valley Rally, maybe. The problem is I'm also thinking every time before I finally say, okay, go to damage, so, you know, they sort of won't believe that I don't have anything. I mean, this is a devastating... Like, how can they live with these 2 combat tricks? I didn't notice what I had drawn, but yeah, this is great. Okay, that's game over. If you can't tap out right now, you lose. I guess no reason to play the land, though. I mean, maybe they don't lose. They might just block in a way that... they just lose their whole board. Okay, so how much is this? Getting in for 3. This adds 6. And this adds 5. That's lethal, right? 3 plus 6 plus 5? 14? Yeah, okay. You and you. Enjoy a food. Give this first strike for the scry. Sure. Did I miscount the damage by 1? I thought I said I was doing 2 less than I needed to, and then I did 3 more. But they're at -2. I don't know. I thought I'd only have them at -1, but I'll take it. Oh, did I miscount the original damage? I only counted my double striker once. I said it was 3 and it was 4. Maybe that was what happened. I'm not sure. But the idea was Valley Rally adds 6 damage, because it gives the double striker the buff twice and the normal guy the buff once, kind of, right? So it's 2 times 3 is 6. Then the other one adds 4 to the double striker and 5 to the normal, 1 to the normal guy, making a total of 5 extra. And then the buffs on my other creatures don't matter because they weren't getting in. So it should have added 11. Yeah, I think the problem is I was doing 4, and I counted it as 3. I see. I mean, Jolly Gerbils into double Banishing Light is playable, I guess. And if I finally hit a mountain, I've got this thing. You know what? I'm not even mad. A third planes means I can actually cast the Banishing Lights. Gerbils? Can we be Gerbil buddies? No Gerbil buddies. They have something they can cast with no targets on the board. What would that be? Hey, get that Zoraline out of here. Bad attacks, enters or attacks. Yeah, they couldn't do that. Okay. Mabel's Metal requires a creature. Come and Get It requires a creature. The only thing in white for 2 or less mana that doesn't require a creature is you and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. So I'm going to assume that that's what opponent has. It doesn't have ward, does it? No. Mountain. Okay. I don't mind attacking here, because if they don't block, I get the counter on this. If they do block, I can Valley Rally, Gift of Food, draw a card, kill this. I don't know what they should do, but I'm okay either way. Oh, I don't need First Strike, but I want to give them a food for a card, I think. Shouldn't have played the land, I guess. Oh no, I needed the land. It was my mountain. Yes, correct. Good play. Genius level play. Nobody can touch my gerbils. They're unbelievably jolly. You gain or lose life during your turn. So I could Banishing Light this, but I think this creature sort of doesn't matter. And I want to have something in case they do. But I like... These things also don't really do anything if I don't get rid of it. And, like, this is a 4-drop. It's near the top of their curve. I think I get rid of it. You got a thing or two to learn about this town. We gerbils run this place. They're going to play some big bomb now and I'm going to die, but... No? What? Main phase eat food? Into pass? A miracle has occurred? Are they flashing something in here? Oh, there is like... There are some flash birds. No. Wow. Okay. I mean... This is better than I could have hoped. Main phase eat food into do nothing. What is this? They had no play for 4 mana last turn. Maybe what they have is a combat trick? So I'm just going to give both of these Menace, I think. And not let them do this. Because I already know they have the hexproof thing, but I don't care about that. Just give this all Menace. I don't wish to trade with you. Take 8, right? All right, mouse time. I could have attacked with this, but obviously if they have a combat trick, I get completely blown out for no reason. And they clearly just have responsive stuff, so I just don't want to let them use it. And this is the card they drew, so like they still don't have anything. But they can block a menace creature, so it's a little bit sad. Although, it also looks like they just drew a land in addition to just drawing this, so I'm not totally sure what's up. Ah, okay, perfect. So, when they, well, I was going to say when they use a combat trick, I can kill the thing. I could just, like, I could swing for 9 menace and blow up their lifelinker pre-blocks so they can't block any of it. Ah, hang on. They have you and they have the hexproof trick, so this doesn't necessarily work. Okay, but I want to make them use that in response to the combat trick. I want to make them like proactively use that, I think. So let's, I don't know, maybe I should have put it here? I don't think so, though. I'm not quite sure what I'm working around here. Because they can just double block here and use no trick, but I'm like okay with that, right? I don't want to swing with this because then they have a double... They can kind of use this for free to gain life. Well, not free. But now if they don't double block... yeah, now double block on the gerbil keeps them alive, and I don't really want that. So I think it's just this. I don't know. Maybe if I'd pumped the gerbil, I could swing with everything. All right, that's fine. Go to damage. Gain hexproof and indestructible. How would you feel if this were a fish? Oh, I tapped wrong. Wait, why did I draw 2 cards? Oh, they gifted me a card. So I shouldn't have played the planes, actually. I did it because I thought I needed more mana, but I just needed to make sure I tapped carefully. Well, it's hard for this to lose, huh? I will not be giving Menace. Instead, I will be casting as many cards as I legally can. And they're not dead on board with this block. I guess I should have done this before blocks. I'm kind of dumb, but it's fine. Here, have a treasure. Okay, well, I mean, so sort of cheated that game. By Arena telling me about the specific trick they had, so I could plan around it. There's only one card, this one, that makes their early pauses make sense. You would never get this information in a paper game of Magic, right? So if you want, you can call that cheating. But it's just like digital Magic is a slightly different game, right? You have to work with the tools that you have. Everyone else has the same tools. It's perfectly fair. It just kind of feels bad when you're saying, oh, if I were in paper, I would never make this mistake. I would never give away this information. But there's the same thing happens, right? In the other direction. Digital Magic reminds you of stuff that you could forget in paper. And I don't know. I only play digital. I'm not too bothered by stuff that wouldn't happen in paper. I accept the format for what it is. I complain sometimes if there are bugs or whatever. Oh, by the way, that thing in the last draft, when I had the Wix Patrol, the 6 mana on ETB, mill 3, when you do, target creature and opponent controls gets -X till end of turn. And there was a game where I had only 2 cards left in library and played that card. And it, like, couldn't mill 3, right? Of course it can't. You only have 2 cards. And I went to the rules and I looked up. If something tells you to mill 3 and you don't have 3 cards, you mill as many as you can, and that's what it means to mill 3 in that case. And so I said, okay, there's a bug in Arena. It should have made me mill 2, decking myself, basically, but at least killing one of their things. But I asked about it in a judge Discord after that match, or after that run. And it's not clear to me anymore. One person who is not an official judge had an opinion and quoted some good rules that certainly made me reconsider some of what's happening here. Some of what I thought I knew. So in particular, it says when you mill 3 rather, when you do whatever. And if it instead said mill 3 if you do, it actually definitely would have the effect that Arena is showing me. You would not mill anything and not minus anything. The reason for that is that there's a rule that says, if an effect is worded like do X if you do Y, that's phrased as X being a cost to allow you to do Y, and if you don't do X, you don't do Y. Even if X is mandatory, if you can't do it, then you don't do it. And if you can't mill 3 if your deck is empty, if your deck doesn't have 3 cards. Well, this is a little annoying. I guess what I'm going to do is play the gerbils. I want to be able to cast Booming Blast at a time when I can promise a gift, right? So I mean, I can give this haste and then pump it, or I can give this haste and pump this and then attack. I guess pumping this makes more sense because I'm left with a 2/3. Anyway, so if something tells you to mill 3 unconditionally, and you don't have 3 cards, you mill as many as you can. But while it sounds like mill 3 if you do something is telling you unconditionally, what it's actually, according to the rules, saying is, milling 3 is a cost, and you must pay that cost if you can, but if you can't pay that cost, then don't do anything. So, if the card said if, you wouldn't get to mill and shrink something. worded as a when the judge or the non-judge hanging out in the judge's channel says that when you do, like, do X when you do Y is also a cost in the same way, even though I can't find support for that in the rules. So I'm hoping to hear from, an actual judge about what the deal is with that. Because I thought it was an arena bug, but it might actually just be correct. Yeah, we're not blocking this, obviously. Oh, how dare you! Okay. I mean, I don't think we could have done well by blocking. I mean, this could just be a bluff. It's a pretty bold one if so. Well, I don't know. I've made these bluffs. But it's so easy for them to actually have something that I don't think I should go for it. Let's just do this. I guess I can play the land. They already know about it. Get lizarded. Is there a lizard? It's a lizard warlock, yeah. Cool art. I like the, shadow behind this guy. I don't know. Small face has big shadow. We need to kill them quick. Look at all these cards. I mean, that's kind of how Boros versus Golgari usually goes. But, I don't know. I have a big menace creature. And I can make it bigger if I need to. They can forage once. Okay, well, I'm glad they foraged with this one, because I can kill that. Okay, that's not really anything. So what if I swung with a 5/4? Is that anything? To block, they would have to trade both of these away, which I guess is fine for me. And then everything else I can just swing with. Seems alright. I don't like having to commit my, to completely tap out pre-combat, but... Okay. I have the board, although not by much. With 5 cards and 4 or 5 mana, I assume they can do something scary that I don't really have a way around. That's just a 2/2 Death Touch. I don't mind that so much. Ooh. So good. Haste up that bad boy. Nope. Do I want to trade the gerbils for this? Yeah, that's fine. God, what a hot draw that was. Next, let's have the Manifold Mouse. If I could ask for one card, that's definitely it. Well, depends what they do on their turn, I guess. No block. Go to 1! Yikes, what is this all about? They don't chump the 4/4 with the token, which, fine, that could be the right play. They don't trade their 2/2 for my 2/3. Okay, you don't want to, like, trade down, but yours is a Death Toucher, and also it puts you to 1 life! They must have a plan. Or else, like, maybe they have a hope, like they were hoping to draw Swamp for Season of Loss or something? Yeah, I can live without that. Like, you have to play another creature now or you're dead, right? There's no 1 mana green trick that's gonna work here. I just go attack all and you lose. Right? I'm just gonna double check that I'm not missing something weird in green. Yeah, they're just combat tricks, for one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they must have, like, decided they would go to 1, and there was some draw they were hoping to hit that would win the game, and then they didn't hit it. Whatever it was. Like, they decided they were in such a hopeless position, they had to go to 1 to have a good chance. I don't think it's Season of Loss, because they would have happily chumped if Season of Loss was their plan, right? Since they need to make me sack 4 things. Well, I don't know. They don't have to chump with... Yeah, I don't know. I think they would have if they wanted the Season of Loss. Like, you could Season of Loss to make me lose 3 things and them draw some cards, in which case you want to keep some stuff around. But it seems hard to leave me with any creatures, because I would keep this one, right? So I feel like if what they wanted was a land for Season of Loss, or a swamp for Season of Loss, then they should have chumped. So they must have been looking for something else and they didn't hit it. Or they're just a bad player. You never know. Okay, well, I was depressed about this deck when it was 0-2, but now it's 6-2. Six straight wins in a row. I feel very happy that I haven't just put together a non-deck. Mr. Pircha. Great. I'd like a 2-drop, but I have a 1. And some good 3s. Maybe. Maybe they're good. We'll see. Ooh, opponent mulligans. To 6. I don't think I want to cycle this, do I? Maybe. I don't think so. Oh. Oh my god. No play. It's like Christmas and my birthday happening at the same time. Which isn't normally how the calendar works, but today it is. I get the big blizzard. And then I can, like, give it trample and play another one. They're just... Oh, no. The poor thing. They're stuck on mana. I mean, this looks like game over. It isn't necessarily. Green can do some big comeback stuff, but this is great. Oh no, no plays, no lands. Very sad. Mulligan to 6, still had to keep a terrible hand. Unlucky. Yeah. That'll do it. I was gonna go for it. 9 damage. Pump with this for 10 and draw a card. Basically just cycle this for 1 damage after all. And then this would be 6 more. So, okay, we got there. The 2 Valiant Creature Mice deck. I mean, that's like, yeah, you make your own luck. Thank you for the reminder. I think that's what Boros is supposed to be sometimes, right? Like, Valiant is not a particularly strong theme, so you just play Boros Beats. But I did have a lot of Valiant activators, and so I'm glad I realized at the last minute that this was a card sitting in my sideboard that I should absolutely put in. It was a house. It was so good in so many games. If I didn't have that, I'd be finishing 0-3, I think. And I just didn't look carefully. I think I did decide on purpose to keep this in, but I eventually changed my mind. I don't think it was a mistake that it was in the deck. It was an error. Alright, well, it came together. I guess I should say add to decks, eh? Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.